Former Indycar driver Colton Herta is joining the Formula 2 grid next season in preparation for a full-time F1 seat. Herta was announced as Cadillac's reserve and test driver recently, leaving his seat at Andretti in Indycar. In the move, Herta is staying within the TWG Motorsports family as the conglomerate operates the Andretti IndyCar team and Cadillac's F1 venture. The 25-year-old American was linked with a move to Cadillac before the team announced its driver lineup of Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas. Both drivers are in the latter stage of their career, and Herta could potentially replace either in a year or two, depending on how his F2 journey goes. He decided to leave IndyCar to qualify for a super license. F2 provides more points and should be making it much more easier to than staying in IndyCar. The lack of points offered by IndyCar has often been scrutinised by fans of the series, arguing that it should be easier for successful drivers to go into F1. TWG Motorsports and Cadillac F1 boss Dan Tauris said that the controversy around Herta's need to join a feeder series before getting into F1. I think this is also a nod to showing respect to European open wheel racing, said Tauris. I think we've seen a lot of times someone says, oh well, you're the IndyCar champion, now you're going to get a move over to F1, and it's that entitlement approach that hasn't worked in the past. Everything has to be earned, so each series is different. So I think the fact Colton is viewing it this way, he is, and showing that respect coming in, I think that's the right way for American drivers to come in, certainly for us on the Cadillac side. Ultimately, more preparation for her to can't hurt, especially since the track record for American drivers moving over stateside isn't great. Ensuring he's accustomed to driving high-level machinery at these tracks will help him start strong in F1, whether he eventually makes the move. It certainly seems like an obvious path from the standpoint in terms of just the knowledge that's needed to feel the cars, knowing the tyres and the tracks. Tauris added, I guess at what point they come over, whether they need to come over right after karting or at a last stage. Historically, we've had this problem that if drivers from the US leave too early, they obviously have learned the series, but then the kind of US fans don't know who they are. So how do the position where the US fans know who they are? They've created a body of work in the US, and now they have the opportunity to race in F1. So we have this opportunity with Colton, with what he's going to do, but that's unique and not easy to come by. So yeah, a very interesting decision for Colton Herta, and I think it makes sense. If you want to get into F1, that seems to be the way. It's also a chance to press other teams down the paddock and be fully integrated with Bottas and Perez, two drivers of such experience who have had dominant cars before. It can only help them. So yeah, very intriguing. So yeah, anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.